Q1 Open Show video, go. Welcome to Open Show, getting us all on the same page. Open Show helps streamline the rehearsal process and also creates new possibilities. Score following and optical cueing make it easy to stay in sync. Stage effects can react to sound. Uncompressed audio networking lets us work, while physically distant, on both in-person and online performances. It's hard to get everyone on the same page quickly in an opera production, especially when score notation and timing is so musically nuanced and specific. Stage managing an opera is a uniquely tough job that requires calling out cues to ASMs, lighting, projection, camera and audio operators, and musicians, all in close synchronization with the orchestra and singers. This must all be done while the stage manager also deals with whatever unforeseen problems arise. OpenShow software can partially or completely take over the task of tracking the live performance and can throw routine cues to humans and machines automatically. What's more, cues may react to details of the singer's delivery. By helping facilitate, OpenShow also makes it possible for smaller productions to streamline their processes and achieve technical sophistication not otherwise possible. By combining scores, cue sheets, show bibles, and other production documents into a single collaborative project file, OpenShow makes it possible for opera companies to easily archive and distribute opera productions, potentially saving days off of remount time. There has never been a single hub where all of the systems at play in a production have ever been able to sync up and be seen together. Now, there is OpenShow. Imagine the possibilities for performers, designers, directors, and opera companies, from archiving to writing cues between continents. Like an airplane on autopilot, OpenShow tracks timing and manages cues in the background. This allows stage management teams, the heart of any great opera, to monitor the production and handle emergencies without concern about missing a cue. OpenShow doesn't replace the stage manager. Instead, OpenShow is a tool. It keeps the show running while the stage manager oversees and executes whatever matters most. OpenShow can augment or even someday replace the large paper show bibles currently used for archiving and work with an online document where customizable viewing shows production team members, from assistant directors to sound engineers, what they individually need to see at any point in the score. Scofo, a custom-developed score following system, tracks the performance and automatically moves through cues. To use Scofo, we simply record the instrumental or vocal part we want to track and map it to the score. Once this is done, a live input can be used to track the current position in the score. Scofo can be switched on or off, allowing fully automated cue firing or limiting it to isolated segments. In addition, a separate score following system, called QFlip, reads coded images printed on the conductor's score or tabs to keep OpenShow on the currently open page. Like Scofo, QFlip can be switched on or off, used by itself or in combination with Scofo as a backup. The OpenShow user interface shows timelines and cues in custom-defined views to all members of the artistic team and crew, from costume to sound designers to ASMs and singers waiting backstage. At the top of the interface, the stage manager can start or stop movement through the score, toggle score following on or off, and jump to different measures. Underneath the score viewer, cue timelines show individual lanes for each category of cues, such as lighting, sound, and projection. Cues are displayed in the timeline according to their position and duration. By clicking on the cue timeline, users can create new cues and edit parameters for existing ones. Beyond its stage management functionality, OpenShow offers new possibilities to sound, lighting, and projection designers as well, by introducing sound-reactive cues that are affected by real-time variables like tempo, pitch, or amplitude. For example, a dynamic lighting cue can be mapped to the changing amplitude of a microphone input to modulate the brightness of a light in response to changes in a singer's dynamics. Additionally, OpenShow allows production teams to rehearse and set cues both remotely and in person. QuackTrip, a custom-developed back-end system for audio and data transmission, enables performers and production teams to send and receive low-latency, uncompressed audio back and forth over the internet. If and then a show moves into a physical space, the team can continue using the same OpenShow project to easily set all of their cues, notes, and other data in the new space. As a proof of concept, we've put together a short excerpt from Act 3 of Alban Berg's Wojciech, performed by Jonathan Nussman. Q2 demo, go!
Marie, Marie. das rote Halsband verdient, wie die Ohrringlein mit deiner sind. Was hängen dir die schwarze Haare so wild? Milde, milde, sie werden nach mir suchen, das Messer verrät mich, da ist. So, da hinunter, es taucht in dunkle Wasser wie ein Stein. Aber der Mond verrät mich, der Mond ist blutig, will denn die ganze Welt es aufbranden?
OpenShow is the brainchild of software engineers Miller Puckett and Todd Anderson, composers Brian Jacobs and Martine Galveau, and myself, director Kate Bergstrom. We'd like to thank Opera America and Opera Hack for making this first developmental moment for OpenShow possible. We now seek more opportunities to develop OpenShow. We'd like to hear from opera companies who can use our tools, first while developing staging ideas remotely, and later once we can meet in person on a physical stage. Using OpenShow, designers and directors can create more nuanced and reactive lighting and staging concepts. Companies can save time and money by shaving days off of tech and more easily remount shows and archive their work. OpenShow, getting us all on the same page.
Becoming is an operatic VR experience based on a Persian poem by Maulana Rumi. While the piece is a major artistic endeavor, it also showcases a number of key technologies and streaming techniques for development of musical content which depend on high-quality audio. In the context of experiencing a musical work in VR, the quality of spatial audio is important not only for delivery of the music, but also for the establishment of the environment and definition of focal point of experience in time. Our system is capable of creating highly realistic spatial impressions and recreating the acoustics of the environment based on the virtual models in real time, using advanced multiprocessing ray tracing techniques. Audience members can be connected through the network. Please note that this text is being read live from a remote location, creating the impression that I am walking around you in your virtual world. Haptic feedback technology provides human interaction cues as well as experiential stimulus. The audience experiences visual, auditory, and tactile impressions, which are partly curated and partly generated interactively in response to the player's actions. The Rumi poem describes 7 stages of evolution on Earth. For this demo, we present examples of 2 of the worlds of the piece. The presented volumetric video capture will be a companion to the audience member throughout the experience. The final version of Becoming, with all 7 stages completed, will be released for free on Steam as a reference for the application of the VR technologies and strategies used in this piece. Additionally, we will release the source code of the game portion of the application as a reference design for compute shaders, dynamic audio across multiple software audio systems, and other major elements of its design.